Do I have to say it slowly for you to get it? He said. What kind of service is this? I'm paying top dollar here, so you'd better get it right this time. This was the worst date I have ever been on, and I mean ever. He was a snob. Louise's is my absolute favorite restaurant, so I was happy to accept the invitation to go. But as I looked from the familiar, middle-aged face of the waiter back to the man across from me, I felt I had made a big mistake. Right away, sir, the waiter said, picking up John's plate. I glimpsed a knowing look in his eye as he turned away. Can you believe this place? John said, his voice like venom. Don't they have any idea who I am? They should be tripping over themselves to give me the best service they can. John was the son of some rich businesswoman. My friends had warned me about him, but I didn't listen. Serves me right. Sitting through his self-important banter was more than enough punishment. I felt myself seething. It was an honest mistake, I told him. They're only human. The waiter said he's going to take care of it, so why are you still making a big deal out of it? I don't pay money deal with incompetence, sweetie, he said. His tone made my blood boil. I wanted to say all kinds of things, but I settled with, I'll bet. I took out my phone and typed a short SMS before putting it back in my purse. I watched as the door to the kitchen opened and the waiter stepped out again. Our eyes met, and he walked straight towards our table. Sir, the waiter said, I'm afraid there's a problem. John looked down his nose at the waiter, which I couldn't believe was possible since John was seated and the waiter stood by our table. What is it now? John said, rolling his eyes. You, the waiter said. I'm afraid you'll have to leave. Me? You can't throw me out! I couldn't hold it in any more. Actually, yes, he can, John. I'd like you to meet my father, Ronald, the owner of Louise's, and he has the right to throw anyone out, especially a snob like you. John's mouth fell open, and his gaze shifted from me to my dad and back. How was playing waiter for the night, Dad? I said, keeping my eyes fixed on John. Pretty good for the most part, Sally, my father answered, satisfaction in his voice. Only hitch was a little punk who thought he was good enough for my daughter, but clearly isn't. Now, don't make me call security on you, Johnny boy. John's mouth snapped shut. He got to his feet and stomped out the door. Other patrons were whispering their amusement as my dad took John's seat. Shall we enjoy a meal? Dad said. Sure, Daddy, I said, glad to see the Johns back. Nothing would please me more.